It's time now to look at some of the week's stories that impact branding and brands. Branding expert and host of the Chatter That Matters podcast, Tony Chapman, looking pretty in pink, joins us live this morning. Good to see you, Tony.
Good to be here.
Tony, this is really an interesting development that we've noticed recently. The surge in collectibles at quick service restaurants. You know, it's no longer just a Happy Meal with kind of almost a throwaway, but, you know, Tim Hortons has Crocs, Starbucks with their Barista glass, A&W Canadian Rooty. These are things that are actually, you like to use the word tangible a lot. These are tangible things you can hold in your hand and not just a thing you go, gone. What do you make of this?
What I make of it is that the real margin now in fast food is in beverages. When you think about food, the inflation, the cost, preparation, labor, very expensive to put a hamburger in front of you, but to hit the glass and pour. So if they can get a few extra dollars, they can get a few more people coming in, they get people excited about collectibles. Years ago, collectibles was one of the tactics. If you could get people hooked on it, you think about hockey cards, Tim Hortons, people would come time and time again. Mom, Dad, Pester Power, I want to go because I'm collecting this. Nowadays, because the film industry is leaned so heavy into these collectible cups and we know what happens to them, more often than not, a couple of weeks later, they're ending up on a shelf where they don't belong or in a landfill where really don't belong. But again, it's just another attempt at fast food to remind you to say, hey, come on in. Try a teen burger, and when you're there, here's something special for you. So it's really to get you to buy more beverages.
The McDonald's FIFA cups as well, right? Those are huge.
They were huge because FIFA was massive, and everybody wanted to walk around saying, I'm part of this and I'm attached to it. You know, again, it's even with Coke when they had their own naming, and you could, you know, I got a Nick Coke, and I'm going to give it to Nick. All of that is just designed to sort of to get you to try something once again. And the business of marketing is so much competition. Thirst is the primary reason you go into a convenience store. Thirst is the primary reason you go into a fast food. This makes you think about it. And I think that's one of the reasons they're really leaning into it, because that's where the margin is.
Yeah, absolutely. Even now with summertime, the milkshake prices at Harvey's, for example, $3, you get a milkshake versus you go somewhere more expensive and pay.
And when you put it all together, and the ingredients, the powder and everything else, there's still a lot of margin to be made. And boy, these restaurants are desperate for margin.
Okay, another big issue that we've talked about. It's not an issue, it's a couple. It's Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, now husband and wife, J-U-S-T+T, just married. We saw those billboards in, you know, Madison or middle of Manhattan last week. So how famous is this couple? You know, Taylor seems in control, but Travis has Prince Harry on his podcast. This is a true power couple.
This is Grace Kelly all over again. I mean, that's what I love about Taylor Swift. I don't know enough about her music to say whether I'm a fan or not, but as a marketer, I thought Steve Jobs was the greatest person in control of their brand. Anytime he got up, the world paid attention. Nothing compares to Taylor Swift. Fully in control, manages it. Imagine all these people coming out going, Madison Square Gardens. Well, this is a stadium that can play Guns N' Roses, the Knicks, and the Rangers in the same week. Perfect place for theater, great security. Not one shot of her dress has come out. And she's completely in control. And people say, oh, so she's going to make money in the documentary. She's not interested in the money. What she's interested in is not having somebody in the middle corrupt her. Kanye West getting up and stealing that trophy out of her hand years ago, I think has said to her, I trust nobody. My dad is a financial advisor. My husband, even though I signed a 46-page prenup, but
I hadn't heard that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Prenup, but the reality is she is a power couple, and then having Prince Harry come on and talk soccer or football as they know it over there, I think it just shows you that they're accessible, they're with the mass, and I'll tell you how much that wedding cost.
How much?
$26 million. You know how I know that?
How?
They gave away $26 million to charity. So when they come out on the road and say people are hurting, they're starving, and they'll say, yeah, we spent a lot of money on it and for security stuff, but every dollar we spent, we gave to charity.
It out there.
And the charities they pick, animal welfare, children, food banks. I mean, this person understands humanity, and I just think she's doing a wonderful job. I have nothing. I think her in control of her brand is a lesson for all of us, because every time you put something out in social media and Instagram, guess what? It's there forever, and she understands that.
So what are the risks there potentially of this elevated status of seeming to be able to do no wrong? Because, you know, everyone in North America, and particularly the American media, loves to try to find something, loves tearing people down for the second act.
Yeah, they love it to tear you down and see you come back up. I think with Taylor Swift, she's been at it so long, and she's almost got this immunity. She's got this force field around her because she has the Swifties, her community. In the past, I controlled the media, I controlled the audience, I controlled the narrative. Boston Rob and Survivor could do no wrong, and then one day you could do no right, because the editor is in control. Her with her Swifties are in control, so I think she's, as long as she doesn't sort of go offside, has that Ellen DeGeneres moment where behind the scenes there's a different Taylor Swift. I think she's got a perfectly paved pathway.
Yeah, she doesn't even need to be in a couple. She's just power on her own.
She's power on her own. He's power on her own, and together they're kind of that Beckham,
Victoria Beckham,
which I think Prince Harry wanted so long ago to have with and didn't have. They know how to do it.
All right. Well, we feel more powerful with you around. Tony Chapman, always appreciate these weekly visits. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.